Ladies, gentlemen, and friends beyond the binary, welcome to the Monday Discourse for today, May 23rd, 2022. I'm your host, Tristan. Hello. We made it. We made it. Happy, what is it, Victoria Day or happy Fête Patriote or whatever you want to have it for today. If you live in one of them commonwealthy countries, happy Monday, I guess, for everyone else. Looks like we got some people in the chat. We've got Jennifer Love Screwit, Yo, Paul V, Rilo Sibin, Pengu 146, Pim Koramans, Matt Lipton. Yeah. Okay. And Astro Series, Norton Edge. Nice. All right. Got a lot of people here. Hello. Polymathic. Nice. Oop. Should probably turn my phone off. At least put on silent. Because I'm a professional, apparently. There we go. Nice. Hello. Hello, everybody. My name is Tristan Johnson. I'm the host of Step Back. The YouTube channel that occasionally makes videos. I'm currently really deep in my next video. I'll talk about it in a second. My other project that I host is It's Probably Not Aliens, the podcast that has recently gotten onto Nebula, so that's good news. But yeah, it's a fun podcast about ancient astronaut theory and stuff like that. Doing very well. But yeah, good stuff. I stream Mondays at noon for a couple hours. Sometimes I have Mega Molder, sometimes I don't. Basically, it's an every other week thing. But today, it's just me. So, that's the thing. Yeah, what else can I say? I go by he, him pronouns. And if you want to support my work, I'm on Patreon at patreon.com/stepbackhistory, where you can support for as little as 84 cents a month with a yearly subscription. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free Twitch Prime subscription. You can give me a subscription on Twitch, and that always helps out at no extra cost to you. If you do have some money you want to spend, super chats, bits, Twitch subscriptions are all very welcome and appreciated. My latest video is on the Oklahoma City bombing. It's been a bit since my last video. I apologize for that. And my next video is on Russia. It's a brief history of the Russian Federation, so it's been a lot. I'm currently like trying to figure out how to be a full-time parent while also making YouTube videos. So while I do almost 40 hours a week of childcare, I then have to fit in the rest of the hours everything else that happens, including making YouTube videos. So hopefully I will be writing some stuff. But right now I have written about as much as a typical Step Back script, and I have written about 2.5 sections of what's going to be a 7-section script. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be very big. Probably over an hour long video at least. So yeah. If you want to submit questions for future streams, we got a bunch of questions for today, but when it's just me, the questions go by a little bit faster. So it could be that I could get to some more I could take some questions from the thing today, but put a link in the chat where you can submit questions for streams. And if there's anybody new here, this is your first time watching the show, please make yourself known in the chat, because it's always good to see new folks show up. And yeah. So, please, say hello. So what do we got? What's chat saying? Long time no see. Nice to see you're back. Thank you, Rupert. Can't stay long. Gotta go to Toronto. Fair. Have I seen Prehistoric Planet? I saw the first episode today. I had my boy the Mysosaur in there. Have I seen it? I don't recall. How's the little one doing? He's good. Very good. We're just... It seems like he was going through like a bit of a tough phase for a little bit in the last like couple, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. that he's starting to come out of, and now he's sleeping a normal amount, has even slept through the night on a couple of occasions, and just seems to be happier, so that's good. Is there anything special with the Nebula version? We're working on it. The general goal is to get about a week ahead on episodes with Nebula, and then also to make some exclusive content for it. Because we're not really planning on making a It's Probably Not Aliens Patreon. So instead, we're going to make exclusive content for Nebula and then be like, hey, if you want to support the show, go and get Nebula for $15 a year. Where there's all sorts of other content you can get too. So I feel like that's a way better deal than like a simple Patreon thing. So yeah. And then hopefully we'll be getting some ad reads and stuff like that. That'll help make the show a little bit more profitable. And given how well the show is doing these days, it's very likely that I will, in a year, consider myself a podcaster with a YouTube channel rather than the other way around. So see where that goes. But right now we're working on it. How sad will the next video make me? Who knows? A lot of my video is me reacting, or is me talking about the history of Russia, but also doing in the context of, the war going on, and talking about how maybe, just maybe, we should not approach geopolitics like it's like some sort of Star Wars story with heroes and villains, and maybe we should look at things in a bit more of a complex and nuanced view, and maybe just see that Russia is not a nameless evil, that there's a history that led to this moment, and that the Ukraine is not full of plucky rebels who are just trying to do their best, and that there's geopolitics involved and everything like that, and there's just like a lot going on to boil down to a simple narrative that really benefits U.S. geopolitical interests. So if that's going to make you mad or sad, then go for it. But also it's going to be a lot about how privatization was a disaster, and that Putin is sort of the end result of Russians just getting absolutely treated like shit after the fall of the Soviet Union, and then reaching out to somebody who they thought would bring them back to an imagined past that never existed. Real good times. I was blocked by Christina Gomez for debunking her and her quest supernatural and ufology claims of evidence. Oh boy. I actually don't remember who Christina Gomez is. U.S. meddling in Russian Federation, including giving rise to Putin. Well, we'll see about that, but there's a lot of stuff with Putin that's just not public information at this point. My wife has stayed home for 2 kids under 7. It's no joke. It is a lot of work. Alien scientist doesn't have issue with skeptics. I've been commenting on his live stream videos for years without being banned. Well, there you go. My name is Riley, they, them. I like geology and mycology in Pacific Northwest. Well, you've got a lot of mushrooms for mycology in the Pacific Northwest. What do I think about China's coronavirus lockdown? I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts about it at all. I didn't even know that. I know that they were having like a kind of surgence of COVID, but I don't know what they've been doing exactly. Every time someone tries to get back to a mythic past by supporting authoritarian men goes so well. Yeah, for real. Did you hear the U.S. hearing in UFOs? Yes. The U.S. is starting to take UFO claims a little bit more seriously because what they call UAPs, unexplained aerial phenomenon. There's, I'm not surprised because as countries start to become more proficient in making drones, that spy drones are going to be much more of a thing that the U.S. has to be, conscious of and curious about. And so there's definitely going to be more interest in what are, UFOs, but are really like spy drones and stuff like that. There's a lot more shit that's going to be in the skies in the near future, so. China has a zero COVID-19 policy, so it goes into lockdown when cases become detected. That sounds, from what I remember, it's intense, but like it works, right? I'm down because Ontario has basically just decided to put our fingers in our ears and pretend that COVID doesn't exist. And that's working great. We have almost 2,000 people in hospitals and like over 100 people in the emergency room. And it's like, oh, or on intensive care or whatever. Buffering. Oh. We're having some drop frames, huh? Let me see if I can fix that. That's not good. I'm guessing that you guys can't see me right now, chat. I imagine that everyone's like, I'm not getting any like RIPs or Fs in chat, but is my connection down? Her.